welcome to Preparing for Post-21 Life. This is a slideshow for parents of students in our independent living program or parents of students in the developmental disability program. All of the information for this video was taken from the Connectability website, so feel free to check that out if you would like more information. And there's tons more resources and things on that website. Okay, some places to find information. So parent info nights are a great place to find information. Community Living hosts one. It's right now virtual, so you don't even have to leave your house. And it's a great place to connect with other parents, see what they're going through, share resources, share experiences, frustrations, just talk about your different experiences. Community resource fairs, there's 2 every year. Developmental Services Ontario, or DSO, hosts one, and Central Etobicoke High School hosts one. These are great places to be able to talk to people from different organizations and programs that serve our students. Colleges are there, summer programs, day programs, usually a representative from DSO and ODSP, so you can ask your questions in person and pick up information that you didn't know. Planning visits and programs is also a good way to find information. Check out the soccer program or the cooking class, see if it's something that your child would be interested in and able to participate in. And parent networking nights is also a good way. Okay, so we are a high school. We don't have students who are 4 to 12. But sharing this slide in case you have younger siblings or it's a parent who's recently immigrated to Canada might not have done these things. So for your child between the ages of 4 to 12, some things you might want to do. First off, make sure you apply for benefits applicable to you. So this is government money or services. Special services at home, assistance for children with severe disabilities, and if your child has autism, the Ontario Autism Program. You want to connect to support groups in your neighborhood. So make those support groups, connect to them, connect to other parents. I think it will make a big difference in helping you navigate the system. As well as connecting to organizations in your community. So things like Community Living, Toronto Parks and Rec, Best Buddies, Special Olympics, Variety Village, Summer Camps, Toronto Public Library. These are some of the organizations that serve our students in different ways. So you want to make those connections so that when your child does leave high school, they're familiar with them, you're familiar with them, the staff is familiar with your child, and you're aware of the services that are available. Okay, 12 to 14. So again, before your child gets to high school, ideally you want to start to include your child to the extent that they are able to participate in meetings about their education through the IEP process and through transition planning. Continue to connect with parents, groups in the community, and start to think about secondary school options. Talk to parents in the community about what school their students are going to, and plan visits to high school. While all the programs in Toronto cover the same curriculum, we do things differently. So it's important to check out each school, see where you think your child would be a good fit. Okay, age 14 to 15, we've made it to high school. So if you haven't already, it's a good idea to open a bank account for your child. Talk about career interests and your student strengths. Encourage your child to do volunteer or paid work in the home, neighborhood, or community. Assist your child in developing routines and habits with chores, life skills, and work-related habits. So maybe you have them vacuum and you give them, let's say $2 every time they vacuum, and then they have to budget that money and practice budgeting, spending. If they can't budget, take them to the store, show them what they can buy, they practice that cash transaction. And giving your child more responsibilities at home. So giving them more chores, having them help in the food prep, those types of things to increase their independent skills. And to practice taking public transit. So we don't necessarily mean by themselves, although if they're able to, that's good too, but just practicing the routines of getting on the bus, putting their ticket in the box, sitting down is important. And then ages 16 to 18, these are the big years. So applying to DSO when your child is 16 is very important. And there's a separate presentation that is just on DSO, so I encourage you to look at that video if you haven't already. And then you want to call and update every year, just say, where's my application at? Just calling to check in, and then especially as you get to the last year, which we'll get to in a minute, you want to call. And then 6 months before your child turns 18, they should apply to ODSP. And this is money they will get until they're 65. Again, there's another presentation just about ODSP, so feel free to check that out. But those are the two very important things you should do when your child is 16 and 17 and a half. And then some other things. So co-op experiences, level 2 experiences are in-school work experience placements. So maybe doing custodial work, helping in the library, helping in the office, whatever is appropriate for your child. Level 3 experiences are community work experiences. So we have had students go to Giant Tiger, to Valley Village, to the food bank, to Burger King. Again, where it's appropriate for your child. Encouraging participation in community programs, so continuing to have them engaged in programs like Parks and Rec, Special Olympics, getting an idea of what the future you are working towards. What will your child do? Where will your child live? What is your child interested in? And support them in achieving that plan. And then age 19 to 21, so in their last few years of high school, you should start to look at different programs. So whether that's a day program, whether that's a college program, whether that's just a hourly program, look online, make appointments to visit, check it out, go for a tour. Do that while your child is in high school so that you're prepared for when they graduate. You want to update your application form. So in your child's last year, you want to call DSO and say, my child is graduating this year. You want to make a more detailed plan of what your son or daughter's future will look like. Who are they going to live with? Well, what are they going to do during the day? What will that look like? Some of our students might want to think about the Community Living Student Links program that connects our students with someone who is working, and look at job experiences if that is appropriate. Okay, so some helpful websites. We're just going to take a quick look at some of these. So connectability, as I mentioned before, very helpful. This is the Connections Guide. It's a whole guide to transition planning. So you can find this on their website, and it goes through everything I just went through, and then even more. So about transition planning, person transit planning, just really helpful guide. So I highly recommend you check that out. Their Transition Planning Toolkit, also helpful. Transition to Adulthood Planning Toolkit. So this will help you get prepared, talk about some of the different things you should look for when you are getting prepared to transition your child. Community Living Toronto, like I mentioned, oops, it's not letting me do that, but that's a good website. My Community Hub. This is a good one for once your child turns 21. This has a lot of resources, programs, meetups, some that are free, some that are paid, and this website has them all. So there are some free virtual programs right now happening. So you can see on Monday, Tuesday, these are all free programs happening right now that you could sign up with for coffee karaoke, sensory crafting, fitness, walking, all kinds of things. And then, like I said, there is also, let's just go back for a second, paid and free programs on a list. So you can look for something by the day of the week, by when it starts, time, the category, age range. So some of them are not, some of them are for children, some of them are for adults. So you can see sort of where it is. So it's not necessarily Toronto. You might want to look for that as well. So location, region, you can pick. Let's pick Toronto, and it's only going to give us Toronto stuff. this is the ODSP website. This, again, is another connectability one. Talks about educational opportunities after high school, if that is something you want to look at for your child. So that is a good resource there. And I would also suggest getting on the community living email listserv. Just email somebody at community living because they send out stuff all the time. Okay, that's it for today. Hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, just contact us at the school and we'd be happy to help.